All right, guys, welcome. I'm going to be going over a very quick in-depth tutorial on how to get started on Phemex, what all of the functions and features mean, and how to open a position. So what I've done here is I've created a demo account on testnet.phemex.com. As you can see here, I have a balance of 0.5 Bitcoin and 5,000 Tether. This is cryptocurrency itself. It's a stable coin, they call it. So it's something that doesn't go up and down in price. And it's pegged and backed by $1. So one USDT is always equal to $1. To get to this page, you can either just type in testnet.phemex.com, or when you're on the actual Phemex site, you can go up here and you can click on simulated trading, and it takes you directly to the testnet. So first thing I want to do is I want to transfer. So right now this funds are in my spot wallet. So I want to transfer it to my contract account. So if we click on this little square here, we'll see we have a BTC trade account and a USD trade account. If you hover over this little question mark, you'll be able to see that this BTC trade account is used to trade the BTC USD pair. Hovering over this one, we see that this account is used to trade Ethereum, XRP, Chainlink, Tezos, all of the rest of the altcoins. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fund both of these. So I'm going to move the money from my spot wallet into my contract account. Think of your spot wallet kind of like as your savings account, and your contract account kind of like your trading account where they allow you to use leverage. So clicking the fund BTC trade account, we're going to click all. We're going to move the half a Bitcoin into our Bitcoin trade account. And then you'll see now it moved it from here. Now, if you look at this spot wallet, I have 5,000 USDT left. It's showing what up here, it's showing that there's 0.09 Bitcoin. There isn't actually any Bitcoin in here, but what it shows is it shows all of your balances in Bitcoin amount. So it shows that, okay, you have 0.0995 Bitcoin. That's just $5,000 worth of value in Bitcoin. So let's transfer that. We'll click Fund USD Trade Account. We want to make sure here we're not transferring it from our BTC wallet anymore because we are transferring USDT. USDT is stored in our USDT wallet. So we're going to switch to that. We're just going to click all here to transfer all of our available balance. We're going to get quotation to see how much actual USD we're going to get. So it's going to give us 5,003 US dollars. We'll click confirm. And now we have a balance in both of our accounts. So from here, we're ready to start making a trade. So I'm going to just up here, if you hover over the products tab, you can click on contract trading, and it'll take you to this contract trading screen. You can set up and customize this display however you like. You can click and drag here. You can also shrink things, make them bigger. If you click on this little gear up at the top, you can hide the order book. You can hide the recent trades. I like to leave the chart and position orders open because that's really the most important things. So if you wanted to enter in a limit order, you would be using the limit order tab right here. I'm always using market orders, the middle tab here. And then the conditional orders we're going to use for our take profits. So let's start off on the market tab. If you guys have a calculator, you can use that. I created this one for all of you guys to use. So it's just crypto YYC, and then we click the risk calculator here. On Phemex, we can use this calculator for BTC trades, and then this third one here for trading any of the altcoins. So I'll go over BTC first. What you're going to want to do here, upon entering a position, you want to know what your entry price is and your stop loss and how much you want to risk. So let's pretend that we like this entry here at 50,300. we're going to put our account balance. So we have 0.5 Bitcoin. We already know that, but we can also see what our available balance is right here. So we'll paste that first, 0.5. I'm going to put my entry price at 50,300. And let's say, I see resistance is at 49,800. I'm going to use that as my stop loss. So 50,300 and 49,800. Now, risk percentage, this is going to determine how much of your account you want to risk if you were to get stopped out, right? So here we know that this is 500 pips away, our entry from our stop loss. So if I wanted to risk 3%, I'm essentially risking 3% of my account for a 500 pip move. So if I do get stopped out, I only lost 3%. It's not a big deal. I still have lots of capital left over and I can make another trade. Usually you'll hear most people tell you to only risk 1 to 5% per trade. This is how you do it properly. You don't just go 100x and then try and put your stop loss somewhere really far away and then get liquidated. It's good to always have a good strategy and have a calculator like this that will determine what your quantity is supposed to be so that you can be risking the right amount. So this only thing to note is this won't include your fees. So if you risk 3%, it's only risking 3% as your P&L, not including fees. So know that it might be closer to 4. So I like to use 1% or 2%, knowing that with the fees added on top of that, it'll be closer to what I'm looking to risk. So I like to only risk about 2% per trade. And I know I can easily make 2% back if I were to get stopped out. So using 2%, it gives me a quantity for a trading position of 50,303. For Bitcoin, you never have to worry about the contract size. Always just leave it at 1. When we go into altcoins, you'll see that that's going to be necessary to input. So we're going to copy this 50,303. We're going to come and paste that into this market tab over here. Okay. Now I'm ready to enter my position. I'm going to click buy long. If I wanted to take a short position, what you'll notice, let's say I switch these around, 49,800 and 50,300. This number will be negative to kind of be a good indicator for you that you're going into a short position. You don't want to paste the negative into the platform. It won't let you. But just for your, records, if you see a negative here, you're not trying to make a short position, that way So let's put these numbers back. So 50,303. Now we're going to click buy it because we want to make a trade that is with risking the price going up. Now here I'm going to I put my stop loss just by selecting this button. I'm going to enter 49,800, the same price that we had here for our stop loss. And I want to switch the trigger price to last price. So by default, it's always set to mark price. We want to change it to last price. Last price is the price that is actually trading on this platform right now. Mark price is kind of an average of the spot price of Bitcoin, and the mark price is more used to calculate liquidations and that kind of stuff. So because we're doing analysis with the price on this platform, we want to be also using our stop loss with the price of this platform. And then I'm going to scroll down and click on confirm. And now I have my position open down here. You'll see my stop loss is 49,800. This is my lot size. In US dollars, this is the value of my position. So it's 1 Bitcoin. So essentially my lot size in Bitcoin is 1. If you guys are trading on MetaTrader, then that is going to be essentially the same thing as trading a 1 lot with 1 contract. And then my entry price was 50,162. This is the current mark price, the market price of Bitcoin. So this is the contract's real-time mark price. The mark price may and often does deviate from the last traded price. The mark price is used to calculate profits, losses, and margin, as it's much less susceptible to price manipulation. So here, if you see this unrealized P&L tab, you'll see that it's 76 US dollars in profit. If I hover over, it's going to change. So what it shows there is the profit and loss based on the mark price, and hovering over is going to be the profit and loss based on the last price. So if I do close the position right now, it's going to be using the price after you hovered over, okay? Now, realized P&L is profits and loss that have already been realized or claimed. So right now it's showing that I have $37 negative here. This was the fee that I paid to open my position. So I like to always remember this because it costed me $37 to open this position. It shows that I'm also going to have to pay $37 to close this position. Okay. As you can see, like, I'm already up 80 bucks. So if I were to close it now, I would take 37 off plus another 37. So that's 72 or 74-ish. And right now I would be at break even. Okay. So usually from what I know and what I've tracked, it's usually once you're up 100 pips, that is kind of your break even to cover the fees. So not crazy, like Bitcoin can go up and down 100 pips. So yeah, you can call it double billing, but they just they charge you per every transaction. So whether you're opening a position or closing a position, it's not really any different here. I think every platform does that, because what you're actually doing when you're opening a position is you're buying 50,000 contracts, and when you're closing your position, you're selling 50,000 contracts, right? So for each time you're doing a transaction, there is going to be a fee for that. So, and then the last fee that there will be is a funding fee. If you guys are using MetaTrader, it's very similar to a swap fee. So the funding fee is more to incentivize people opening positions, and mostly in the counter direction, right? So if you're opening a position and you're buying contracts, there has to be somebody to sell them to you. So if everybody and their mother is bullish on Bitcoin and nobody wants to sell, the funding fee is what they use to incentivize people to potentially open short positions. So this is not a fee that gets paid to the exchange. This is a fee that gets divvied up between people using the exchange. So if this funding rate is negative, what that means that if you have a long position open or a buy open, you're actually going to be getting paid a fee to have this open position. So what you would do to find out that is, if it's negative and this size here is green, you would multiply these two. So you would do 50,303 times 0.08%, and that's how much of a fee you'll collect. I already know that this is like going to be roughly, I think, let's do this, multiplied by 0.0008. So I'm actually going to be getting paid 40 bucks. So the fee to open a transaction is 0.075%. This is 0.84. So, and this gets paid out every 8 hours. Now, if this is a positive number, then it's going to be the opposite. So if it's negative, anybody that has a long position open is going to be receiving the fees from everybody who has a short position open. And so if you have a short position open, you're going to be paying a fee. If you're in a long position, you're going to be collecting a fee. And if this is positive, if you have a long position open, you're going to be paying a fee. And you're going to be paying that fee to everybody that has a short position open. Okay. So kind of important. Like for me, I don't really pay attention too much to these fees. If it's up near like 0.2 or 3 levels %, then it can start to add up. So you don't want to be having a position open for too long. But for me, I just see it more as a cost of doing business. Now, one of the last steps that we have to do here is set our take profits. So let's just say we have a take profit at 53,000, 56,000, and 59,000. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use this conditional tab. You can use this generic one that they have here for take profit. The reason I don't use this is because this will close the whole position, and I want to close 3 different partials. You can also use the trailing stop if you like. I don't use it, so I won't go over it. But essentially what this does is you set a trigger price, like let's say at 60,000, and the trail price of 1,000. Once your trigger is set, after that, when the price goes down $1,000, it stops you out and takes your profits. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna, here you wanna always be using market as well again. And for trigger price, we're just going to enter our take profit 1. So essentially what we're saying is it's going to trigger this order here when this price is hit. So at 53,000, and let's say I wanted to close a third of my position at each take profit 1, 2, and 3. So what I would do is I would do 50,303 divided by 3. So I know that I'm going to be closing 16,767. And there's going to be a decimal here. So I'm always going to round up. So I'm going to round it to 16,768. I'm going to come back here, paste that number here, change it to an 8. And then we want to make sure we have this close on trigger button selected here. If you don't have this button selected, let's say you get stopped out and then the price jumps up to this trigger price. So you don't have an open position at this time. What it's going to do is it's going to actually open a short for you. So we only want these take profits to close a current position that's open. We don't want them to open new positions for us if we or get stopped out or anything like that. So check this, very important. And then all we're going to do is click take profit sell. You'll see your position size after execution. It should be your 50,303 minus the 16,000. Click confirm. And we're just going to do that for the next 2 targets as well. 56,000, confirm, and 59,000 and confirm. So now if we zoom out here on the chart, you just do that by clicking and dragging downwards. You'll see that we have here, this dotted red line in the middle here is where the price is at right now. The one below it, so this is where the price is right now. This one below it is our entry. Sorry, the top one here is our entry, and the one with the really fine line is where the price is currently. This dotted line is going to be our stop loss at 49,800. Our take profit levels are going to be up here, 53,000, 56,000, and 59,000. Now, if you wanted to edit, like let's say, the price has moved up quite a bit and you want to move your stop loss to break even, there's 2 ways to do that. You can actually just click and drag this little white box here and move it up and let go, and it'll change your stop loss. We're going to leave it where we set it. You can also come back here, click, and you can edit this manually, 49,800, right? Now you can also go into conditional orders, and right here, you'll see that you have, this position size is the quantity, order price is market, and your type is going to be a stop. So this is your stop loss. It's going to trigger at 49,800. You can also click on this number here to change it to edit your stop loss if you wanted to move it up. Now these 3 are the take profits. So if you wanted to edit those, kind of the same thing, you can actually click and move them, drag them downwards. And that's one way to do it. You can also click on the number here and just edit it manually. Let's say you wanted to change it from 53,000 to 53,050. You can do that right there as well. Now, if you wanted to close your position manually right now, what you would do is you would click this market button and it would tell you how many contracts you want to close right now. So let's say we only wanted to close a third right now. We can enter that number, 16,768. And then watch, so my position is 50,303. I click confirm. Now I've closed 33,000. Now I have 33,535 left. So you can close your position that way. If you left the whole number, it would close your whole position. You can also, in the market tab, I remember how I said that when you open a position, you're buying. Now you have to sell those back to close your position. So if you're on the market here and you have 16,768 and you just sell, what you're doing is you're not opening a new position, you're just closing a portion of your position. Now, if I was to sell here 50,000, right, and I only have an open position of 16,000, this is actually going to open a sell for me now. So watch what happens. So now I'm actually in a short position here, right? Because I closed more than I had. So you can, if you wanted to easily switch, instead of closing your position and opening a short, you can easily just close your position and make it into a short by selling more contracts than you currently have. All right. So yeah, that covers BTC USD. Now, if you're going to be trading any of the altcoins here, there's going to be one difference, and that's it. And that is going to be the contract size that I mentioned earlier. So under contract details here for Cardano USD, you will see that contract size is 20. So when you're using the calculator for altcoins, altcoin calculator for dollar balances, you just want to make sure that you put that contract size in here, right? So if you're opening a trade on Cardano, let's say you want to buy at 170, your stop loss at 165, and you're risking 3%, it's going to say to use 1,800 contracts if you're using the contract size 1. But if we change it to 20, you see that what you're supposed to be using is 90 lots. So you can be really over leveraging or under leveraging depending on the pair, right? So you'll see Cardano is 20. If we go to like YFI, it's 0.0001, right? So make sure that you are using the right contract size for the pair you're trading. Yeah, I believe that's it. So I hope you guys enjoy this tutorial. That should be everything you guys need to know to get started. If you wanted to use a referral link, you can use mine. It's going to be posted in the description. You'll save some money on fees with that. And anything else, feel free to ask any questions. Cheers.